Alright, what is going on, guys? It's Manny, and today I'm going to be starting a new series. This series is actually going to be called Pretty Cool, because you can take some of this stuff back to your teachers and, to kind of amaze them. This is going to be random facts. Now, random facts is not only going to be just like random fact knowledge, like dates and percentages and estimates and amounts. It's not going to be like that. This is going to be like just pretty much going to be used in a class. This class is going to be interesting because it's taught from someone who's kind of like the age of you. Now, today, our teacher is going to be Marvyn, aka NEX Ward Tech. How you doing, bud?
Doing great.
Alright, so, to make you feel special here, your name's going to be Professor Marvyn. Are you okay with that?
I love that, actually.
You love that, okay. So, Professor Marvyn, I understand that, you are from a Spanish heritage.
That is correct.
Okay, and is this, do you care to tell us the difference between Latino and Hispanic? Because those words are just kind of thrown around there.
I'm a Hispanic, and I think it's just Hispanics are bigger in a certain area than Latinos. That's my drift.
Now, is this more of a downward drift or more of an upward drift?
Talking about the mind, you sicko. Trust me.
Okay, I understand now. I'm very sorry for the offense. The difference between U.S. and Mexico, like state-wise, when you go to visit your grandma, what do you notice about your environment compared to America?
Going down there, I see tall buildings. On the way there, I see a bunch of food restaurants that are well-known, popular. And then as soon as I cross the border into Mexico, I see more flat areas, more dirt, until I get to the richer parts where I see a bunch of buildings, a bunch of more Hispanic restaurants, Hispanic buildings, I guess, I don't know.
Okay. Is there like an architecture difference? Are the houses built differently?
They're actually, the rich parts, it's not really much of a difference. But when you get more sort of in not so rich parts, I guess you would see a huge difference in the texture they use. Here in America, they probably use cement. Over in Mexico, we use dirt and spit.
Okay. Is Spanish one of those things that you kind of have to be in a setting for you to remember most of the words in Spanish?
Probably have to say
Would you
yes.
definitely say? So
cool.
if it's like if it's a school member like me, and I ask you a question like what does this word mean in Spanish? You would probably not know, but if it was in a conversation with say, your father, you would probably remember the word. You would understand how to use it in context.
For most people, I would say yes. But for me, if you ask me in person, and if it's an easy word, instantly it'll pop up in my head. I would know it. But if I'm talking to my dad, because I don't know all the Spanish words, I'll probably just say it in English, and then if he doesn't get it, sort of describe what it is.
Okay, I understand now. Now, did you learn English before you learned Spanish?
I don't remember too much, but I just know that when I was 1, we moved to the U.S., and in school they would pull me out of class, and they would like take me to a special class and teach me English. So I think I learned English first and then picked up Spanish at home.
Understandable. Now, final question before we wrap up the interview here.
Yes.
What would you say to the racist allegations of hopping the border? Would you say that sometimes the jokes can be funny, or would you say that most of the time the jokes are offensive?
I'd say, with me, if it can make me laugh, I would say it's funny. But I would just like to settle one thing very clear, that when people say, oh, you just jumped the border, I get pretty mad, mostly because there's a huge gate and there's people with guns pointing at you. What kid would have the smart idea to jump the fence instead of just going through it with a car, maybe?
Very true, very true. Okay, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun making it personally. Marvyn, did you have a good time?
Yeah, I had a great time. I'd like to do this again soon.
Had a great time. Definitely. Okay, well, that concludes episode 1 of the interview. Now, we're not talking about the interview from Seth Rogen. As for North Korea would actually have our heads. Alright, guys, it's been Manny, and Marvin, if you want to say goodbye.
So, yeah, guys, it's Marvin. Later.